Super duper welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here on the Friday Night Live. Thank you so many for joining me in Zoom. This is Srimay. I'm going to be your host for next half an hour. And in next half an hour, I'm going to tell you something amazing for improving your communication style. If you want to influence people in your personal life, in your professional life, in your business life, and in your society, then there are 12 steps that you need to take and you should be very aware of. Imagine that wherever you are going, people are magnetically attracted towards you. People are feeling comfortable to share everything with you. Imagine that you can gain the trust of the people like no one else. You're the most trustworthy person in the room. How will your life change? How will it impact your personal life? How will it impact your professional life, where the boss is able to trust you, where your juniors are able to trust you, where your seniors are able to trust you, where your customers are able to trust you? Imagine that you are in a business and you are an entrepreneur and you have so many different types of clients with you. Let's say you are a freelancer, you're a copywriter, you're a digital marketer. Imagine that all of the clients are able to trust you at the first meeting itself. How will it impact your business? If you are someone who would like to know all this, then please type RTL in the comments wherever you're watching. If you're watching it in YouTube, make sure that you type hashtag live. And if you are watching the replay of it, type hashtag replay. And please do type RTL, ready to learn. All right. So let's begin the 12 steps of influencing. And this is something which I will reveal where I got the information from, not only from my life, but also from a very, very important book. And I'll tell you the name of the book towards the end of the session. And also, apart from the 12 steps, I also have an announcement to share with all of you people who are watching it. If you're someone who would like to improve communication skills with our guidance, then stay till the end. I have something important to share with you. Let's begin the 12 steps. The first step is always prefer perspective over criticism. When you criticize people, what happens is it makes them defensive. It makes them put on the gloves and fight with you. They will always try to protect. But instead of criticism, if you think of trying to understand their perspective, what is their backstory? Maybe there is a reason why they did something the way they did it. First, try to understand what is their story, their side of the story, and then you can tell them what is the good or the bad in it. But before knowing their backstory, if you straight away enter into criticism, if you straight away pull their legs, then you will repel people from you. So make sure that you take the first step of always preferring to understand their perspective, means their side of the story about anything, rather than just criticizing them. That's the first step, my dear friends. All of you type POC, perspective over criticism. The next step is genuine appreciation and interest. You have to show genuine appreciation and interest while talking with people. Everybody loves when you start looking at them with great, twinkling in your eyes, with twinkle in your eyes. Your eyebrows are raised and you're saying, wow, amazing, awesome. Even if it's a small achievement that the person is talking about, even if there is a small smile in the person's face, if you listen to the person and appreciate, even if it's a very small thing in front of you, but you appreciate that small thing will make it bigger for that person. It will be like a gift from you to the person. So show genuine interest and appreciation. Many people fake it. Many people try to put on a fake smile just to strike that deal or just to convince people. But let me tell you, people can see through you. When you're not authentic, your energy and vibration also becomes negative. And one way or the other, people will notice it. People will smell it. And they will also start getting themselves, they will start protecting themselves. They will start becoming secretive from you. So whenever you're talking to people, make sure that you take this number two step, which is genuine appreciation and interest inside them, towards them. Take interest whenever they are talking, even if it's a small thing. You can say something like, "Oh, really? Wow, tell me more. So, what happened after that? Awesome. That was really amazing. That's a great achievement." So, you can really, really encourage people through appreciation and smile. And trust me, more and more people will start talking to you. They will not keep secrets from you, they will not hide things from you. All right. That is step number two. Thank you so much, Ami, for being here. Step number three, very important, very simple, but many people don't do it. Smile and listen attentively. Remember that you have one mouth and two ears, two eyes, two nostrils, two hands, two legs, but one mouth. There's a reason why you are designed in such a way. You're designed to listen more and talk whenever required. If you look at your past or the past of your friends and near and dear ones, you will see that exactly opposite happens. We want to talk more, but we are not paying attention to what exactly the person is trying to say. We might be listening, but we might not be attentively listening. When we are listening, we are just sure about few things, about what the person is trying to say. Maybe some words we can catch, maybe some meaning of the sentence we can catch. But when we are attentively listening, we can actually understand, not just listen, but understand what the person's intention is. What exactly is the story behind the sentence? What exactly is the feeling behind the sentence? And to understand the feeling, you need to be attentively listening to how the person is talking to you. That is attentive listening. If you can pay your attention towards somebody and you can genuinely smile, not a fake smile, then throughout the conversation, you are going to be the winner. You will be the person who will be able to convince that person, because that person is already open towards you. The person is already feeling respected because you lent, आपने उसको अपने कान भाड़े में दिया. You lent the ears to the person. Yes, is it making sense to you? Type MS in the chat box. That was the third step. Fourth step, use names quite often. There is not a sweeter voice in the world than the voice of your own name. Type agree or disagree. When you listen to your own name, that's the sweetest voice. Ami, Sodavini, Srimay, Pushpanjali, Swaraj, Kiran. Hi. Hi, Kiran. Right? Hi, Raz. Hi, Tuni. So when I say your name, you are automatically paying attention to me. So try to have that memory of knowing the people's names. And when you use people's names to greet them, and while talking also repeat their names, then they will pay even more attention to whatever you say. Right? So that, my dear friend, is the fourth step for your influencing communication. Number 5 is always encourage their interest and not just yours. You must have seen so many times it happens that we tend to talk about what we did. Let's say I will start telling you that, hey, you know what? Couple of months ago, I was in Sikkim. And let's say you also had gone to Sikkim. The moment I say that I had gone to Sikkim, many people, who have gone to Sikkim, they're in front of me and they will start, oh, yes, yes, I had also gone to Sikkim. And you know what I did? I went there. Then what happened? I went to that place. You know what? They start talking about themselves. They're not letting even me finish what I want to say. First word I said, I went to Sikkim, and now they're so excited to talk about their interest, but they are not ready to pay attention to what I had to say. Are you that person who is also like that, who is jumping into, in the first word itself you are so excited that you're jumping and talking about your interest only? Time has come to change your style. Time has come to be selfless first, selfish next. Be selfless first. Try to listen to other people. Try to encourage. As I said, there has to be a conversation threading. This is called conversation threading, where one person says something and you don't talk about your interest, but you say that, oh wow, tell me more. You're encouraging the person to talk more. All right. Now, are you thinking that, sir, that way, maybe the conversation will go very long? Maybe the communication, which could have finished in 2 minutes, will now take 20 minutes? Let me tell you, you may be right. But I'll tell you what, if you are someone who doesn't have the patience and who wants to finish all the conversations and all the communications in under 2 minutes because you think you do not have time, then let me tell you, you can never become a good communicator because you don't have patience. If this made sense to you, type MS in the chat box once again. You need to have patience to listen to the other person, what they want to say, and let the conversation go for some long time. That's okay. It's better to spend less time. It's better to spend more time and have more hearts with you rather than spending very less time with people and have no friends at all, real friends. Type agree or disagree. Let me repeat what I said. It's better to spend some more time with people and have more hearts with you, the hearts of the people with you, rather than spend less time and try to be super logical, super busy, and have actually no friends at all in your life. Which one do you think is better? Yes, obviously, number one, it's better to spend some more time, some quality time with people. So let the conversation go slightly longer. Encourage the person to talk about their interest. Then you add your interest in a very short period of time. So, in short, if I have to tell you by all the steps, from all the steps that I've shown you already, in short, if you want to influence people with your communication, you have to be selfless, you have to have patience, and you need to spend more time with them. All right. Step number six, elevate them, make them feel special. What can you say so that it will bring some smile to them, make them feel proud about themselves? Can you inspire them? Can you encourage them? Can you use some words which will make them feel happy about themselves? Can you instill some confidence in them if they are lacking confidence, if they are being negative? If somebody comes to me and tells me, oh my God, I had a very bad day, you know what, I just couldn't do this thing, I'm not able to do this for my family, I have been trying, I tried for many months, many years, I'm not still not able to do, I feel miserable about myself, I'm not a good person, it feels like. Can you be patient enough to give that encouragement and inspiration to the person to get the confidence up? Congratulations, you elevated the person. Elevation means height, increasing of height. You elevated the person. So what else can you do to elevate the person? Think about that. What are the words that you can use so that you can elevate the person? That is how you improve your influencing communication. Number 7, emotions first, logic second. Very, very, very important point. How many of you think, and how many such incidents have happened where you are very clear about what are the steps to be taken to solve a problem or to take a decision, and you know that you have calculated everything and you are absolutely correct about your logic, but because somebody said something which was sounded completely illogical, you got irritated? How many times it has happened? Has it happened with you? It has happened with me. Type yes or no in the chat box. People think that logic matters more than emotions because, but obvious, Logic is about rationalism, about numbers, figures, decisions, steps, calculations. And obviously, logic actually solves the problem. That is absolutely correct. But that doesn't mean that emotions do not do anything. Emotions actually make you work. My dear friend, remember that people largely are first emotional, then logical. If you can understand this small point, next time you're talking to someone, excuse me, next time you're talking to someone, and if the person is sounding completely illogical, instead of just making a joke out of it, instead of just discouraging the person, understand how you can emotionally connect with the person and then talk about your logic. Be with the emotion of the person. The person has an emotion, and with that emotion, the person is expressing something, maybe completely stupid, maybe completely idiotic, maybe completely illogical, but the person is excited to share it with you. Can you feel the excitement first and then think of whether the thing is logical or illogical? If you can, congratulations, you are on the right track of influencing people. If you cannot, then let me tell you, you can only dream to influence people, but you can never influence people, because you are a person who is always thinking that logic is the best thing to have. Sorry, my dear friend, people are mostly emotional, then they are logical. Even if they are talking stupid things, don't worry. Understand their emotions, be with their emotions first, and then find a correct timing of interrupting, or not interrupting, but you can say interjecting. When there is a gap, you enter. When you see that there is a pause in their sentence, maybe you can enter there and say, hey, you know what? I understand what you're saying, but I think, what do you think about this? I think if we do this, this, and this, I think it will actually maybe solve the problem faster. What do you think about that? You see what I mean? Instead of directly getting irritated and directly rejecting the idea of somebody, can you let the person, can you be with the emotion of the person and then talk about what you think? That would be a great idea, right? Is it really a bulb on moment for you? Type BO in the chat box. So next time you are having a fight in your personal life, in your professional life, in your business, just because a customer is talking something stupid, completely illogical, then wait. Understand this. The person is first emotional, then logical. And only when emotions go down, logic starts going up. So, first, you have to understand, you have to calm the person down. You have to listen to the person so that the person will be able to be at the same, like you will be at the same place of the emotion of the person, because now you're listening, attentively listening to the feelings. Remember what I told you about attentive listening? You're not listening to sentences, you're listening to the feelings behind the sentences. That is called attentive listening. Let me repeat, you're not listening to just the sentences, the words, the meaning of the words. No, that is just listening. You're attentively listening, which means you're listening to the feeling, the story behind the sentence. That is attentive listening, pure listening, observation, not just looking, observing, studying. That is attentive listening. Yes. So emotions first, logic second. My dear friend, number 8 point. The more you encourage people to talk about what they want, what they desire, and what they wish, the more you will be influence people, because whenever people love to talk about what they want, wouldn't you love it? Type yes or no. Would you not love if I encourage you that, hey, Lobo, can you tell me what exactly do you want in your life? What is your dream in life? What exactly do you desire? Let's say me and Lobo are going to a beautiful place in a mountain. Okay. And let's say I ask Lobo that, hey, Lobo, what do you think about this mountain? What do you think you can do on this mountain? What are your dreams about this place? Don't you think that Lobo will feel great? Lobo, tell me honestly, don't you think you will feel great to express your most important desires, feelings, and wants if I ask you nicely? Don't you think you will feel good? Everybody feels good. It's when people are stopped, when I don't care what Lobo wants, I don't care what Lobo desires, and I'm only thinking about what I want, what I desire, that's when the communication between me and Lobo is going to be negative, not positive. Because now I don't care. I'm not caring about his wants and desires. The most important things, the most beautiful things, I'm not caring. So why somebody else will care about me? Right? So always remember, try to, in a conversation, it's not just about the deal, it's not about the business, it's not about the task, not just about the task. Also talk about what the person actually wants, what the person desires, what the person wishes. Everybody loves and feels relaxed. Everybody feel relaxed when they talk about these things. And when after the person is relaxed, you can actually convince the person. But the person is not relaxed and tensed, then you can never convince the person. So that was step number 8. Step number 9, my dear friend, is always find commonality. Did you know this? That the word communication comes from the Greek word communis. CMMUNIS. Do you know what communis means? Communions means commonalities. You see, the very birth of the word, the very origin of the word communication tells you that first you have to find the common things between you and me so that we can talk. If it is just about me or just about you, then we cannot talk. Right? It will be just a miscommunication because there is no commonality. So, my dear friends, whenever you want to influence people, try to find out what are the common things between you and the person. Is it the place? Is it the weather? Is it some kind of condition that you both came from? Is it a school, a college? Something common. So about an interest, about a hobby which is common. What is it? What is common between you and the person? The more commonalities you find between you and your boss, between you and your juniors, between you and your students, between you and your wife, between you and your daughter, between you and your clients, between you and your customers, between you and the sabjiwala, the more commonalities you find, the better influencing person you are going to be. Because why? Simple reason, the person is able to relate to you. The person is able to feel comfortable with you. Are ye to apna banda hai. Are you getting the point? Yeah, if you got it, I've got it in the chat box. So my dear friends, these are magical formula of of influencing. Number 10 is change is difficult without inspiration. Please remember this very important point. So many mentors, teachers, bosses, leaders, husbands, wives, fathers, girlfriends, boyfriends, governments, so many people desperately want to change people without understanding that change is going to be very difficult with criticism. They are using carrot and stick formula. They are giving them punishment after punishment and fines after fines and thinking that they will change. They're scolding them, they're stricting them, and they think they will change. No. If you strict somebody, the person naturally develops defensive qualities. The person will be secretive. The person will start hiding things from you. You think that, oh, I gave an order and the person followed. I'm sorry, you cannot be more stupid than that. You don't know the long term impact of it. The long term impact is the person has now become away from you. Even if the person is very closely associated with you, maybe your wife, maybe your student, maybe your best junior, maybe your most important boss, they may be very close with you. But if you are giving them criticisms and orders and some kind of negativity, and thinking that you will change them because you think that you're helping them, so called, I'm sorry, they're actually going away from you. So how will you change somebody? There's a there's a nice saying in English. It's a proverb. It says, you can only bring a horse, you can only pull a horse to drink water, but you cannot make it drink. क्या आप एक घोड़े को जबरदस्ती पानी पिला सकते हो? नहीं ना। समझ लो कि जिस बंदा बंदी आपसे छोटा बड़ा, आपके पिताजी माताजी बेटा बेटी वाइफ गवर्नमेंट हस्बैंड वाइफ, जिसको भी आप चेंज करना चाहते हो, समझ लो कि वो लोग घोड़े हैं। आप एक घोड़े को उसके अच्छे के लिए, पानी पीने के लिए उसको खींच के तो ला सकते हो पानी के पास, लेकिन जबरदस्ती उसका मुंह ऐसे डाल के पानी पिला नहीं सकते। घोड़ा आपसे बड़ा है। घोड़ा इन दिस केस इज ईगो। हर एक बंदे का ईगो होता है, चाहे वो 5 साल का बंदा हो या 60 साल का बूढ़ा हो, हर एक के पास ईगो होता है। अगर आप जबरदस्ती उसको चेंज करने की कोशिश करोगे तो वो आपसे दूर हो जाएगा। शायद कुछ समय के लिए डर के आपका बात मान जाएगा, बट एक्चुअली वो आपसे बहुत दूर जा रहा है। और ये बैड पेरेंटिंग में बहुत आता है। इफ यू आर अ पेरेंट, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस। इफ यू आर अ लीडर, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस। You cannot change a person by scolding them. You can change a person by inspiring them. You can inspire. You can talk about positive things. You can give them hope. आप बोल सकते हो कि अगर हम ये करते हैं तो क्या हो सकता है। क्या आप सोच सकते हो क्या क्या हो सकता है? आप इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट इंक्लूडिंग नेगेटिविटी इन योर if you don't do this you will never get a job, you are not doing this, you will never be able to improve. Instead of saying that, change your communication to the positive side. What will happen if you start doing this? Can you imagine that? What will happen if you take these steps? Can you inspire them instead of pushing them with your criticism and negativity? That, my dear friend, is step number 10. Change is difficult without inspiration. Change is difficult without inspiration. Number 11, praises first, faults next. कभी भी आपको नेगेटिव फीडबैक कुछ को देना है बिकॉज ऑफ गलतियां, always think of elevation first and de-elevation later. तो सबसे पहले उनको ये बताओ कि उन्होंने अच्छा क्या किया, क्योंकि अगर स्ट्रेट अवे आप उनको फीडबैक दोगे तो क्या होगा? द पर्सन विल बिकम डिफेंसिव, द पर्सन विल बी लेस अटेंटिव टुवर्ड्स यू, द पर्सन विल गो अवे फ्रॉम यू. व्हाटएवर यू आर सेइंग इज जस्ट एंटरिंग इन वन ईयर, एग्जिटिंग इन अनदर. देयर इज नथिंग हैपनिंग इन द ब्रेन. एक कान से घुसेगा, दूसरे कान से निकल जाएगा, बिकॉज आप उसको सिर्फ उसके गलतियां गिना रहे हो, उसके ईगो को आप हर्ट करते जा रहे हो, करते जा रहे हो, करते जा रहे हो. तो वो नहीं सुधरेगा, वो हाँ 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 बोलेगा, वापस गलती करेगा. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, first encourage the person, first talk about what are the good things that the person has done, then nicely, politely you can share your feedback with the person. Okay. Step number 12, silence and attention are biggest vents. Very very important. Vent matlab window, vent जहां से हवा निकलता है, vent, ventilation, correct? So silence, अगर कोई दुखी है, अगर कोई गुस्से में है, अगर कोई jealous है, हमेशा याद रखिए कि instead of straight away confronting with them, be silent and pay attention to what they are saying. You know what will happen? More than 50% of their anger, their negativity, their jealousy, their fear will reduce because they were able to talk or express and you were able to let it vent through your silence and attention. आपने ऑब्जर्व किया उसको और उसको आपने अपने खिड़की से, अपने बॉडी से उसको वेंट कर दिया, वेंटिलेट कर दिया. ये एक बहुत अच्छा तरीका होता है इन्फ्लुएंस करने के लिए कोई भी एक पर्सन जो कि अपसेट है या तो गुस्से में है. All right, I hope all these 12 steps are going to be very, very, very helpful and life-changing to you. Once again, let us go through the revision. Number one, what are the 12 steps of influencing people through your communication? Always prefer perspective over criticism. Always go for genuine appreciation and interest. Always smile and listen attentively. Use the name of the persons quite often. Encourage their interest and not just yours. Elevate them, make them feel special. Emotion should be given first priority. Logic should always be given second priority. Always encourage the person to share wants, desire, and wishes. Find commonality between you and the person. Change is difficult without inspiration. Think of inspiration rather than criticism. Always praise first before giving negative feedback, and silence and attention while the person is very negative can be very good for you and the person. Was this really a time well spent for you? Did you learn something amazing? Type TWS, time well spent, in the chat box. Now I have an important announcement for all of you. By the way, thank you so much, each and every one of you who is participating in the Zoom chat box, who's participating here. I have Ami, Lobo, and Sodavini, and all of you people who are participating in YouTube. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please go ahead and ask in YouTube in the comments. I would make sure that within 24 to 48 hours, me or one of my team member will be able to answer you. And by the way, if you have not hit that like button, you're the first time that you're visiting this content, make sure that you hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button, because there are a lot of quality contents about communication skills that we share. ODCH Official is a platform which deals with quality, never with quantity. So if you're someone who really wants to have qualitative communication, not just English fluency, not just public speaking, but you want to be a fantastic person, you want to be a fantastic leader, you want to have fantastic English, you want to have fantastic communication, then please do not forget to listen to this announcement. I have something special for you. There is a bronze membership that we offer. There are 3 membership levels: bronze, gold, and diamond. And I would like you to be my bronze member in ODCH Official at just 199 rupees. The actual worth is 1,999 rupees. You can be a member just by paying 199 rupees. And when you pay 199 rupees right now, by the way, below this video, there is a description. There is a link in the description. You can click there. You can be our bronze member. You are going to get 2 live classes and 2 recorded courses. The live classes happen on Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. They are good. We call them the communication intensive workshop. Okay. You're going to get Friday night live, this class. Okay, and you're going to get recorded courses of 10 days English communication skill, and you're going to 6 quick reference PDF guides on various communication skills techniques. If you don't want to miss all of this in just the price less than your next cell phone recharge, then go ahead and check the link below this video. There is a special magic link provided below this video. Go ahead, click there, and I'll be waiting for you tomorrow in the Saturday and Sunday live 2 hours communication skills intensive workshop from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's it from my side today, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience, your love, your respect. I really, really wish and hope that this world becomes a much, much, much better, peaceful, and lovable place with fantastic communication skills. This is Srimay signing